And welcome back. So, where we left off, in the middle of this unexpected, chaotic battle on the top of the Midnight Hammer icebreaker ship in the frigid depths north of the Graying Wildlands, you were all unexpectedly ambushed by Captain Avantika back from the grave. Now, currently even further empowered and focused by her patron, Ukutoa, long abandoned by Ford Stone, and seeking the final orb that would unlock, unseal, and release Ukutoa from his prison. In the middle of this battle, you tore through the various crawling fool creatures that were coming their way from the ocean below, the crustaceans. You turned into a T-Rex and swallowed the mage companion to Avantika. The demonic creature, the strange frog individual that was tethered in some way to Avantika, called through, seems to have vanished with some of the damage that she had taken recently. No longer held in this domain by her concentration. But she did manage to grab the orb and, with a small bow, vanish from sight, facing in a somewhat southwest direction from where the ship is currently heading. What would you like to do?
Oh my god!
What do we do? What do we do?
What happened?
I'm going for it.
This is crazy.
Don't let her get away.
Lost.
What do we do?
What are you doing?
Very much lost.
I am throwing divine intervention.
Does anyone need healing or anything?
Okay.
I'm in
I did
pain.
not succeed.
I'm going to divine
Okay.
intervention too.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We only got 2 of these.
I'm also going to divine intervention.
Okay.
I found Jesus.
What am I trying to roll below my?
Below your level or below, so 13 or under. So declare one as the digit, the tens.
I've got the doubles.
You got
and
it.
the single.
Go for it.
Drippers. Come on.
No.
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 Unfortunately,
Bad?
your entities cannot reach you in the midst of this chaos.
Neither work.
Oh, no.
Are we going
Neither
after her?
worked.
The force and influence of
Try.
Ukutoa.
Can anyone make us dolphins or something?
I'm going to quickly heal everybody, just with a quick action. I'm
Okay.
going to hit everyone with a mass cure wounds.
I
Okay.
can.
Who's going after her?
I'd
Maybe
like to go.
I would like to go, but maybe I can run along the surface and chase you guys.
15.
Hey, that's great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yasha?
Yeah, I could do it. I could also try to run. I don't have cold damage. I mean, I don't have cold resistance. Does that matter?
I don't know.
Well, does anyone here have walk on water, water walk?
We're all.
We all do.
We all have it.
Water,
Okay,
water,
that's right.
water.
How long does that last?
Lasts for an hour, doesn't it?
Longer, I think. Hold on.
Just double check.
When did you cast it?
At the beginning
Top
of the fight.
Top of the
Oh,
fight.
you're all water skiing now.
Yes.
1 hour.
Ropes,
You're right.
water
Okay.
skiing.
So you got.
I'm down to water ski a killer whale.
We've got water walk.
Can you drop it on some people?
Everyone's got it. It's already. I cast at the beginning of this.
No, but I mean, if we if we polymorph into sea creatures, will we just be sea creatures stuck on the top of the water?
I think you can just disengage it at will.
Just jet skiing. Oh, a
If you
killer
disengage some
we get
people,
some
does it
clarity on
disengage
that?
everybody?
Yeah, because it's not a concentration spell. I think you can just decide that it's over.
I will say you can decide to end it on a person who it's currently
Okay.
on,
Yeah.
on an individual
cool.
basis.
Yeah, the Hexblade's Curse doesn't provide a Hunter's Mark capability.
No, it does not.
It's just not like that.
All right, I'm gonna polymorph.
So are we going
couple
in
people.
different directions? We're going the way she left? Which way? I was a dinosaur. What happened?
I think we just
Yeah, we should.
Jesus.
I'm
100 feet.
with you. If she was pointing one direction, we should all three take that direction, make a variance of like 15 to 20 degrees
Oh,
off
yes.
of that center line, and just
Yes.
go like that.
All right,
Go
let's
that
go.
way. Yes.
Okay, so who are the killer
Who's
whales?
going in? Who's
you,
being a whale?
You and me.
I'm not being the whale.
And
I'm
you're-
gonna ride a whale.
I'll
You're
be
going
one.
Whale.
Whale.
I'll be a whale. I'll be a whale. I'll be a whale.
All right, I'm going to use my ring of spell splitting. And
Okay.
I'm going to
Oh,
cast
boy.
polymorph on both Yasha and Ford and turn them both into killer whales.
Okay.
As
so,
we leap off the
Yeah,
So-
I'd like to jump off.
both you and Ford kind of look at each other, nod, and then go into a sprint and a dive off the
And
edge
as
of
they
the ship.
dive, I'm
ship?
gonna cast it out.
In mid-arc, they both balloon out into massive black and white orcas before crashing into the icy waters below, of which orcas are quite familiar with. You are unaffected by the cold temperatures of the ocean below you.
I grab a rope and shove it in my mouth, and I run to the side and turn into an orange and white killer whale like a Fanta mascot and go.
I'm gonna grab one of the ropes as he jumps, and I'm gonna jump in after him.
Okay.
I run and I grab one of the ropes from the rigging and I throw it around Yasha as she transforms.
I guess we're doing this.
Okay.
We're going after. Yep.
Okay, so who's
going?
3 directions.
So we have two of the killer whales currently have ropes in their mouth. Who is affixed to which killer whale?
I said I was affixed to the Caleb whale.
I'm affixed to the Yasha whale.
I'll be affixed to. Who else is a whale? You're a whale. I'm with you.
Beth?
I mean, just gaming this out here. If you're attached to a 30-foot rope or something, what if the whale needs to dive?
We'll figure that out.
When we get to it.
You let go and hope we can get
Water.
back.
Drop it on underwater breathing water.
Breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Beth, get on my back.
I don't want to go out there.
I grab Beth as I fly over the edge.
Okay, so Veth is going with Beauregard, who is currently holding onto the Yasha.
I want to go.
Jester, you're going with
I grabbed the Caleb rope.
the Caleb rope. All right. And Caduceus, who are you going
I'm on the Ford rope.
with? Ford did not have a rope.
No, he did not grab a rope.
He did not grab a rope.
Go back and get a rope. Go back and get a
Driving
rope.
on with Jester then.
All right, with
That's a great
Jester
idea.
and Caduceus, you leap off the edge of the ship and are pulled down by the weight of an orca onto the hard surface of the ocean in which you are water walking. So,
I was picturing it like leaping, trying to be cool.
it is cool.
Same.
But you're
It is cool.
down by 2,000.
But you're still being pulled down by 2,000 pounds into the surface of the ocean in which you are.
I didn't want to water walk. I wanted to dive into the water, but
Water walking is on us. We have to.
Unless you
undo
wanted to cancel it.
I wanted to cancel it
yeah, you
because
can
we can all
cancel it.
breathe underwater too, and I'm cold resistant. So I was
Okay,
planning
so
on
you're
holding
fine.
onto the rope and just going.
Okay.
Just imagine it like New Jersey's Action Park. It's cool.
You're not
but it
entirely
hurts.
wrong.
Class
You're
action
not
park?
entirely wrong. Class action park.
I went there 5 times as a child.
All right.
You didn't.
I'm from Jersey,
we need to
man.
talk about this.
Trying not to have a taunt.
So,
I was just trying to
Yeah, I hurt myself.
Up down.
I'm not
If
cold
I'm-
resistant. What are we doing?
I was jumping in. I'm cold resistant.
I'm
I don't
cold
know if it's
resistant.
smart
I'm
for
not
everybody to
going
do
in the
it.
water.
Don't go in the water.
Well, you're on Beauregard's back.
Skiing.
Okay, let's ski on the surface.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you both are keeping water walking on.
Yeah.
You keeping
Yeah.
water walking on?
This is ridiculous.
All right.
Yeah.
You all take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you impact into the
Okay.
surface and just like holding on, your feet are skidding across the surface, which is almost slick like ice based on both the temperature and the magical effect that you're under. But with that case, you are being pulled along at an immense speed. What is the speed of the orca?
60 feet per round.
Which means at a dash, you are moving 120 feet per round.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm keeping track of the race here now. This is interesting.
Expeditious retreat doesn't amp that up, does it?
It would.
I have that.
But you can't cast it.
Can't cast it because you're a whale.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
Sorry.
All the spells go away.
Yep.
This is uncharted territory for me.
Believe me, if I could be a casting T-Rex,
T-Rex?
I would be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That would be terrifying. I would throw that at you every game.
Play a druid.
All right. So,
Get to level 20 and play a druid.
as you guys are all making your way through the water, the dark, freezing depths below, your feet now immediately numb within the first 30 seconds or so of skidding across the surface.
Oh no!
right.
Is that a small iceberg in front of us both, shaped like a ramp?
Oh no! I think it is! Hold on tight! Whoa!
Make an acrobatics check for me.
Barrel roll, okay. Do a barrel roll.
I make sure to swim a little bit to like.
Okay.
Help give a little rush to you. Got it. You got it.
Little, you know.
20.
20. As you get skid off to the side, the water spraying up a bit. You manage to just find the incline of this one slightly akimbo ice shelf, and you go leaping at a full angle and land, doing a complete barrel roll off the edge of the ice and catch it there, still holding onto Veth.
Officially,
Totally tubular.
officially jumping the shark. Critical roll.
I let
right.
out a whale, or whatever I do. That's a dolphin.
What does your killer whale sound like? Oh no!
Was that
The
a
baby
Foley?
grizzly. All right. So you did give a few rounds to this. So I'm keeping tabs. The first round is 120 feet. So I would like to have the orcas to make perception checks.
And we've split, right? Like a Y.
Yes, you guys have gone into this this trio, this kind of trident formation to kind of cover the most ground.
Advantage, perception.
Can I look too since I'm underwater?
You can with disadvantage.
Okay.
13.
15.
12.
Nothing yet.
Advantage, right? No,
Wait,
not as
8
orcas.
plus 5,
Orcas don't get advantage, right? Just you.
You are having no luck seeing any sign or trace
14.
of an entity or your quarry. You do rush past and see a couple of shapes for a moment, but you see them as just a small cluster of seals that just kind of dart away from you as fast as they can at your arrival. Going into
The seal sound, Ashley.
Wait, what a seal.
Oh,
there you go.
Trying to find it. I don't know.
like a spaceship taking off and all 4 rocket boosters exploding.
There it is.
Continuing onward, you are staying close to the surface currently to keep these people here, right? So, moving to the 240-foot mark.
Dive down.
Say, yep.
240 foot.
Right.
But you can dive down. You don't have anybody on you.
No.
I'm gonna make my way to the top of Bo,
Okay.
so her shoulders standing, and just kind of like.
Caduceus, can we dive under?
Oh god, I don't want to, but
She can't talk. You can't.
I'll put my leg up.
Oh wait, no, you can. You're holding on. You're holding on. Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, Caduceus is on which whale?
Cirque du Soleil.
On you.
On with us? Okay. Oh yeah, the creamsicle whale dives.
Okay. You watch as Caduceus gesture beneath the water. Alrighty. I'd like a perception check from all 3 whales, please.
I'm going to
On.
And then for
dice.
both of you, perception checks with disadvantage.
New dice.
Come on.
Which
come
one?
on.
New
We're scanning.
No,
Natural 20!
with disadvantage.
Oh, fuck.
Natural
Also-
20!
Nice.
28.
With this,
Great.
I rolled a 19 and a 20 with advantage.
With disadvantage, 28?
Yep.
That's great.
28 with
All right.
with disadvantage.
11.
21 with disadvantage.
Oh,
It's so pretty. I'm taking
26 with disadvantage. I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna roll 2 for the surface. Maybe we'll see something on the surface.
Yeah, same.
I got a 4.
I got a 3. But we look amazing.
In fact, that's what you guys are focused on right now.
Yeah.
Like, the adrenaline's still pumping from that
Yeah.
landing. It's pretty slick.
I just kind of prop my, and then do a full lift.
And I can transfer so my hands are on her
Okay,
head.
perfect. Yeah. And one-handed.
Oh, one hand.
Yeah, and nailed it.
Nice. Okay. So, you don't see a sign of anything yet.
Oh, fuck.
Even with the natural 20, there's nothing within your visual range here that catches your attention. We move on to the next round.
Just 500 feet.
That's it.
500
How do
feet.
you beat that?
Keep rolling.
She can't swim as fast as we
Because,
One more
because
time.
just because you're all really high doesn't mean that you can see miles away or anything that this distance. It's a high roll and proximity and location. So I'm keeping track of a lot of like a
Also,
matrix here.
I could have gotten a 19 and a 20 in the wrong direction.
Yes, we're also
Exactly.
could be swimming in the wrong direction. Right.
Yeah.
No idea.
Also depends on surface and depth. There's a lot of factors here. And here we go.
How long
Got it.
is this polymorph? Is an hour?
An hour.
I'm gonna.
All right. So
Get back.
so now with you guys diving beneath the surface, and you so are you diving as well? Or are you staying close towards
It's 60 feet under the surface.
6 feet under the surface? How deep are you, Caleb?
How deep is my love? Like 100 feet down.
Okay.
100 feet?
You'll lose visibility
That's
with the-
terrible.
yeah.
Why?
Because it's very dark down there, speaking from a scuba diver.
I'm using hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast protection from energy on myself while we're rolling.
Good call.
Thank you.
On cold, I imagine?
Yep.
The icy depths do not affect you negatively.
Thank you.
They were about to, but you're good. Okay. You watch as you guys are holding on beneath. Caduceus kind of pulls one hand up and does like a slight undulating motion with his wrist, brings it back to his chest, and there's this burst of cold energy around his torso that drifts off, and you now see as the icy water seems to almost drift away from him before it impacts, which is nice.
Hey.
All right, perception checks from all of you beneath the surface.
Come on.
You guys can make checks if you want.
Yeah. Why not?
16.
16, okay.
You taking
It
another
was on
picture?
top.
Natural 20.
Again? Whoa!
A 1 and a 20 this time.
Nice.
A natural 1.
I got a 6.
12.
We're talking about
12.
costumes now.
5.
Yeah, I think
16.
we kind
Got
of
it.
look like flames.
It
You
would
know,
look
or if
really cool.
I'm in ice and you are in
Fire and
flames.
ice.
It's
Perfect.
great.
Okay. Caleb, you hear thrashing faintly in the water, kind of loosely in the direction you are traveling, though you can't pinpoint it. But you do get the essence that there is something also swimming a ways ahead of you.
Okay. I go and replicate what I learned from Star Trek, that old Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
San Francisco Bay, maybe.
Yeah.
Search for see-through aluminum.
And call the other whales. Move over, cows.
Whales is the
Sea
new cat.
cows. it is.
The direction that you hear it from is a little bit upward and it kind of crosses with the path that Ford is currently
Okay.
pursuing.
60 feet.
So I'll try to course correct as I continue to stream forward.
All right. So moving on to the next.
And I moo that out.
Right. Continuing to push forward.
Come on, one more 20.
Everyone make another perception check.
Come on, universe. Give me another one.
No, double 1.
Average.
2 and 3.
Nice! Cleric's bringing it up the rear.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
I got a 4.
My eyes were closed.
17?
14.
14, 17.
5.
Okay. You heard what Caleb had kind of disseminated throughout the water, though you do not understand. Well, no, you are one of the whales. So you pick up on what he's saying, but you're all still losing it. Like it's becoming hard to follow. You're still at quite a distance from whatever this is, and you're starting to lose the trail a bit. But you recall the direction you were traveling, and you continue to push that way in hopes that you haven't been noticed, or you could alter your path. Would you like to do?
I will stop mooing in the water, but go in the same direction,
Okay.
dragging the clerics as I go.
Same.
Yeah.
Are you continuing to fan out, or are you beginning to converge with Ford and Caleb?
So you've been communicating.
I
And,
just
like,
now
over here.
mooed out this way.
Okay.
Follow me, and then I stop talking.
I'm gonna start making my way to Caleb.
Okay.
Swimming over. Also putting the tail out, making it look pretty to add to the show.
You got it. All right.
Got a fountain going. Nice. It's great.
Are you joining with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are beginning to slowly bring your fanning pattern back together. Moving on for another batch here. This is interesting. Okay. Continuing to push forward, keeping down in this darker, like 70 or so foot depth. What little bit of light is coming through the clouds and the storm above is helping give a little bit of visibility to those of you who are relying on sight. However, the rest of you, the hearing, it's very unique being underwater. It's an odd sense of having awareness of much more space than what you're used to, and picking up just shifting movement and sound and elements, and being able to understand a vague idea of the vicinity. It's unique. And hopefully it will be enough. So I would need everyone here to go ahead and roll perception again. Once again, disadvantage for those of you who are not whales.
I'm gonna guide you.
Okay.
20.
You said it.
Oh.
And that's a D4.
14.
14.
It's actually okay this
19
time.
on the surface again.
20 on the surface this
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Though your visibility is shitty, and since you're convening to join them, you guys are keeping out, and you see in the distance more heavier ice floes. In fact, the path you're heading right now looks to be a very clustered path of jagged, broken ice shelves.
Oh, God.
And right as you realize this,
Oh, God.
the rope pulls you underwater.
Hold your breath!
Well, we can't. We got water walk on.
You can drop it.
You-
Shoot.
You guys, if you want,
Yeah.
you choose to drop it if you want to.
No, you can just drop it.
You've got a ring on though.
He has to. It's
No,
his
no, no,
spell.
you
Matt
drop
said that
it.
the person
I
with it
can-
on.
Does it force you from going underwater? Is it more like a life
Technically,
vest?
no, it makes you buoyant.
It makes you buoyant. It's less about you cannot break the surface. It's just you're
Right.
resisting it, which would be Which would be tough if you're being dragged through the water by an orca. It would slow her down.
Going 100
Can I kind of grab Veth and try and do some monk shit and maneuver around it and kind of like pop over top of it?
Like hop through.
How long is the rope you
Yes.
have?
30.
Well, I don't
30
know.
feet-ish, I guess.
She is now going 60 feet underwater. So either you have to hold onto the rope and go under the water with her, or let go and try and run across the surface in the ice above. It's your call.
What if we let go, run across, and then on the other side we'll rejoin with her?
Well,
No.
because I can, if it's a 30-foot rope, we're not necessarily at the end of the rope. My dash speed is 100 feet. Unless you want to hold your breath.
Can I even go under the water? I'm wearing a ring of water
Still have
walking.
underwater breathing.
They all have water.
In the same regard, if you wanted to will to go under there, you could let the effect subside.
Just go under fucking water.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody can breathe.
Go underwater.
Okay, I kind of clutch onto Veth for added protection. And
All right, and in that moment of choose top or to go top route or underneath, you make the choice, and instinctually take a deep breath. Though it will not matter before you both plunge beneath the surface.
all right, so
All right. Perception checks.
Oh yeah, we all rolled.
Yes.
Oh, 19.
19.
Dirty 20.
Mine was 19 on the surface.
Right.
7.
14.
20.
All right. And now for you guys, perception checks with disadvantage. There's a note, and now you're under the water. You're picking up that sound of thrashing again. You still can't quite pinpoint the specific direction, but you know it's loosely in front of you. You feel like you're on the tail of it to a degree. If you can maintain some semblance of the same rolls, you'll continue to hone in on it. If you don't, you'll begin to lose it. So that brings us to... You are slowly gaining at the moment.
Keep guarding me, Jesse.
Both Veth and Beauregard, you both take 6 points of cold damage from the impact of the icy waters that you've been dragged underneath. The rest of you, make your perception checks.
It's not good.
Well, you guys as well, make your perception checks, but with disadvantage if you're not a whale.
1.
Oh no.
Another natural 20 that I get to burn. 16.
Did you
Natural
try
one.
again?
Me too.
Yeah.
21.
21, nice.
It's darker under here.
16,
So fucking cold.
19.
Well, well.
All of you begin to lose the thrashing sound except for Yasha. Yasha, you can pick up on it, and as you're honing in on it, you begin to see the intent and the drive from Yasha swimming and pulling you guys along into the water beneath. It's beginning to dive a bit, and you watch Yasha beginning to go into a deeper trajectory, and you all can adjust with her if you'd like.
I call out too.
I live for this. Okay.
Well, they do make those clicking sounds and stuff.
All right. Feeling like you're getting closer, you're beginning to push more and more in that direction as it gets deeper and deeper. The light begins to subside, and the two of you can barely see anything. You can hear things better than you can see them almost, and the depths are freezing cold. You both take 4 points of cold damage.
You did take your 15 positive before we left the boat, right?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Before we left the boat.
Yeah, he did a mass cure wound, so everybody did heal 15 before you left.
That helps.
How long have we been swimming for? Like 10, 15, 20 minutes or something? 30 minutes?
At this point, it would be about... No, I'm going round by round here.
Round by round. Got it.
Because this is a distance travel, like this is a...
Okay.
You either win quickly or you lose quickly.
Okay.
So, you are now on round 7.
Are we?
Since leaving
We're
the
still
ship.
rolling. We're still going at 120 feet per second
Exactly.
because we're using.
Double.
Whale speed. Dash.
Yeah, whale speed with the dash.
Doesn't that take an action?
It does.
Yeah. Nobody's attacking.
But I mean, we're also rolling perception.
For this, it's just keeping an eye out and hearing. You don't, this is more of like, just like as you're swimming hard, you're just listening out for it.
Yeah, it's different than investigation.
So, perception checks for the whales and perception checks for the
Perception
underwater.
checks for the whales.
Oh, okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
20.
20.
Did you take it?
22.
Did you give it to me?
I didn't. I
No, I
gave it to
didn't.
myself. Okay.
I just went. It's 23. These are my dice.
21.
Ooh.
That's a good round.
Wait, hold on.
Disadvantage.
19.
That's a very good round.
11.
All of you begin to pick up the sound of swimming and thrashing. It is from a smaller source than the whales, and it begins to shift like it's reacting to your presence, and is thrashing faster and with more intent. Let's go ahead and move to the next round.
What is this thing?
How much time has transpired?
Forming an emotional bond.
You're under a minute.
20s.
Okay.
They did really well, right?
Another round of perception? Is
Another
that
round of
what we're
perception,
rolling?
yeah.
Natural 20.
25.
No fucking
Damn.
way. 3 of them?
Yep.
Wow.
You've rolled some 20s tonight.
These are my dice.
Yeah.
These are my dice.
Natural 20.
Oh, shit!
Okay.
13.
13.
You guys are.
11.
9.
25.
9.
Okay. That's more than half over 20. You begin to make out from the source, and it is now diving deeper into the lightless depths below. But you see a humanoid figure currently swimming its way beneath the waters.
How far away?
At the moment, it is 80 feet away from you.
Just a single human figure?
Single humanoid figure.
Whoa.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. At 3rd level.
Right now? Okay. Go ahead, roll for attack with disadvantage.
Is that okay?
Do it. It highlights her.
Yeah, I love it. Come on, cowgirl, get it.
Damn it. Damn it. No, that's 12.
12 misses, unfortunately. Zoof, it streaks by, but you all watch as this bead of bright light, like a firing flare of divine energy, just streaks into the depths below. And as it does for a split second, you see the darkened, shadowed outline of what you assume is Avantika, ducking out, like dodging out of the way, looking over and seeing this rapidly gaining pod of whales and the hitchhikers that currently clutch to the ropes, making their way, bearing down upon her.
You missed, but that's a fucking great visual.
Yeah, it really is.
So, going into the next round.
Light.
This is a hat.
This is crazy.
Maddie, do we take
Yes.
another set of cold damage?
You do. Take 3 cold damage.
Yay.
How you guys holding up?
You're fine.
All right.
About half for me.
Me too.
You are 20 feet from her.
20 feet.
We can eat her.
I can.
Feeding frenzy.
Can I use
Do it.
my Relentless Hex as a bonus action to magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of the target cursed by your
You
hex
have to
spell?
drop your whale.
I will say, for the purposes of this and how the hex is attuned to you, you would have to drop your whale form.
You don't have any hitchhikers.
You don't have any hitchhikers?
Yeah, you're an underwater dude. It's kind of cool.
And you can hit your
I'll drop it.
Okay. You watch as one of the whale forms zoof, vanishes, and a secondary dark shadow of the captain, Ford Stone, dives forth, and then in a flash, you see just a few bubbles left behind, and he's gone. As Avantika is diving down suddenly in front of her, you appear, the blade glowing like this underwater torchlight.
Can I take 2 swings?
You can.
Oh my god.
I love this game.
That's 21 to hit.
It's at
21 misses.
Oh, she's badass.
She is. That's 17 plus 12 is
Oh, okay.
29.
That hits. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
Come on.
It's 10. 24 points of force damage.
From
1 slash.
1 slash. Nice. All right. So she gets struck in the side as her mouth opens. No bubbles emerge. She doesn't breathe air at the moment.
Shocker.
She's going to use her reaction to do a hungry swipe. She's going to strike at you out with the dagger. And that dagger is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits, and I will roll with my armor of hexes.
I know it's still lasting.
And it's a 4, so it misses.
Let's see here. Well, this is the 9th round, and you cast the hex.
Oh, it does last a certain amount of time, doesn't it?
It lasts for 10 rounds, so it would not. So we'll say for the purposes of this, this is the last round it'll happen.
Okay.
We'll say it's the last round that you have a hex.
Okay.
Ooh. So it misses. The dagger swings wide, and at that point, the shadows dissipate from her body.
Oh, shit.
The hex is no longer there.
Okay.
But you are both swimming in tandem now, while you're both striking at each other as she's still trying to push away. So the next round, the whales will catch up, because she does not swim as fast as orcas. So,
Sacred Flame? Yeah, we'll wait till.
for the purposes of this, let's go ahead and roll. We don't need a battlefield here, but we can roll initiative to see what order people are going in.
A brand new initiative.
Brand new initiative.
Natural 20.
Okay.
So 25 total for Bo.
All right.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
If I
So
could have
5
just had
total for Jester.
There you go.
that natural 20 on literally any other thing this game.
All right. So 25 to 20, we got Bo. 20 to 15.
17.
17.
18.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh la la.
All right. And we have Caduceus and Caleb. 15 to 10.
14.
All right. 10 to 5.
5. Did you roll for it?
I did.
Oh.
What'd you get?
4. No, 2.
There you go. All right, Bo, you're up first.
Okay. I guess. I'm gonna yank on the rope and kind of run along the back of Yasha Whale. And then I'm gonna kind of kick off of Yasha Whale's nose, do a forward flip, and then get to her. 50 feet of movement. So
50 feet of movement halved because you're underwater, so it's 25.
Can I
You were 20 feet.
at all?
You were 20 feet from her, so you can get there
So I can get there.
because you're following this. So you can get there.
Okay, and I use a little bit of the current from Yasha Whale as she.
You just kind of torpedo Bo towards. All right,
Yeah.
go for it.
But
That sounds fun. And then I'm gonna torpedo Bo headbutt.
You like slow down as you get there, and you're like, boom.
I just envision like Robin Williams in the Popeye movie when he like torpedo Popeyes into the octopus at the end. There you go.
Yeah.
I bonk her a little bit, but then I do like the 5-inch punch and then
Go for it.
And
So
then
it's a
go the
one-
rest.
roll your
of the way.
attacks. Your attacks all have
1-inch punch, whatever.
5 times.
your attacks are all disadvantaged because you're underwater.
Disadvantage. All right, so first attack. 22.
22 misses.
22
Whoa.
misses. Second attack. Misses.
22.
You go in and you about to touch and you 1-inch punch and she just ducks out of the way. She's pretty comfortable under the water. And you go for a second strike and she moves out of the way again. You got your bonus.
Fucking irritated. Flurry of blows.
You're not the only dodge tank in the world.
Yeah. I'm just gonna resort to like bar brawl 18-year-old Bo and start like clawing and try and grab at her coat.
You got it.
Shit. Oh, yeah, okay.
Earrings.
27.
27 hits.
Yeah, I grab her hoops. And 15.
15 damage or to hit?
15 damage.
Okay, 15
On
damage.
that first one. On
You
that
got it.
first one.
All right.
Next one, disadvantage. No, that's a 1 and a 6.
Okay, you do get one hit off. Like, you hit her off in the
What?
temple.
Stunning strike.
You know she's immune to stunning.
No, I'm immune to. No,
That's okay.
She's immune to stunning. No, she's.
I will allow you to not spend that point because you would know that.
No, I know that already. Pull her hair. This feels like all I got.
Sure, it comes free. With relative ease. Her hat is gone, and there is now a chunk of exposed skull.
Yeah, with a little bit of like flesh and bone attached to it. That's cool.
Alrighty, that finishes Bo's go. Yasha, you are going simultaneously with Avantika. Okay. What's your dexterity?
16.
I will say Avantika actually goes a little bit before you.
That's fine.
So.
Ladies first.
In proximity with Bo and Ford, Ford's going to be the source of her frustration. Even though you just pulled her hair out, she's like, whatever. You're the one that she has some history to deal with.
Just a little bit.
So after the hair tugs off a bit, her head kind of snaps in your direction with a horrible whipping and clicking into position. The head still tilted to one side, the eyes still glowing with that odd yellow. The pupil isn't even visible now. You just see these kind of yellow glow, the same glow you recall from many dreams you had with Ukatoa over the past year. The rapier comes out to strike at you with the first strike. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
It hits.
It hits. With that, the rapier does 14 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay, 14.
As it strikes you, the blood out there, and you feel this cold sensation in the wound, and you watch this dull glow like down the rapier, like it pulled energy out of you.
Ah, fucker.
Healing.
And it's just kind of, the glow goes into her, and it's just kind of pulsing within her torso ever so gently. She's going to now strike with the dagger as her offhand before she goes in for the secondary rapier attack. So the dagger strike is going to be 20 to hit.
Hits.
You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Blood in the water.
And as the dagger cuts through your midsection, necrotic energy suddenly pierces into the wound that it leaves behind, dealing an additional 11 points of necrotic damage to you. And she pulls back with the rapier for now her third and final strike and goes to pierce you a third time. Oh, that is a 30 to hit.
Yeah, I think it is.
Jesus.
I think it is.
You take 16 points of piercing damage. And as the blade sticks into you, that glow that she pulled out of you charges through the arm, through the rapier, and into the wound, and then bursts on the inside. You feel this horrible burning sensation, like a portion of your soul is being charred on the inside as she uses her soul burn ability.
Soul burn.
She seems to be able to draw out elements of somebody's soul and then redirect it. So you take from that.
It's me, soul. Don't hurt me.
You know me, soul.
Soul knows the way.
28 points of necrotic damage.
Wow.
How you doing, buddy?
Wow.
And she's going to continue, she's going to stay put because she's currently now in a defensive position between the two of you.
Yeah.
And is starting to feel a little confident on, now that she's brought you into her favored terrain, if you will. All right, that's going to finish Vantika's go. Yasha, you're up.
Okay.
As a whale.
Can I just try to go chomp on her?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What do I just? It's
Attack roll, but you could either try to damage her or choose instead to grapple her.
Yeah, I want to.
Your call.
I mean, I want to do damage and grapple. But it's just one attack because it's a whale?
Yep. You get one attack, it's a bite. Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna bite and hold her down.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll an attack and add 6 to the attack roll.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I'm doing the math in my head.
Yeah. 20 total.
20 total. Unfortunately, as you swing by, she just ducks beneath and kind of skids across the blubber as you dive and kind of curl around, unable to find purchase with your teeth.
17 or higher, I think.
Well, 22 misses on her.
Yeah. Correct.
Oh,
so
right.
Yeah, she's...
killer whales aren't going to do shit.
Unless you roll really high.
Unless you roll really high.
All right, that finishes Yasha's go. Caduceus and Caleb, you're up.
That's going to be natural dice roll, 17 or higher. Maybe.
You can go first.
I'm just going to try to bite her and hurt her. Long shot. 23.
23 does hit.
Ooh,
Go ahead and roll damage on that.
That's
That just hits.
wow. Okay.
24 points of piercing damage.
Whoa!
Nice. So, as she ducks out of the way of Yasha, swooshing by, she prepares herself to focus between kind of the dueling stance between Beauregard and Ford, and without realizing, she looks down just in time to see this giant, angry orca maw come up from beneath and close on her leg. She pushes off and kicks out of your mouth, but as she does, there's a stream of dark liquid, long coagulated blood now released into the water around her, leaving a dark cloud around the outside of her torso.
Fanta, don't you want that?
Alrighty, that finishes Caleb's go. Caduceus?
I'm keeping a little bit of distance, just like not a ton of distance, but I'm going to Sacred Flame at this point.
Okay, you got it. What's the save on that?
It's a Dex save.
Dex save. She's good at those. That is a 27.
Motherfucker. Okay, good to know.
All right, so as you release the Sacred Flame, it flares, but where it flares, she's suddenly not there. It seems like as the spell itself, she almost seems to deflect the spell and use that deflection energy to vanish from her spot and teleport 30 feet towards you.
Did that actually work?
It did.
So she's no longer grappled?
She's no longer grappled.
Oh.
Well, I don't think she was grappled previously.
Oh, she was just bit.
She was just bit.
Oh,
But
okay.
suddenly she vanishes.
Still 30 feet away from me.
Seems
so
that
that's cool.
Seems that directed spells, she has another trick up her sleeve.
Cool to know.
So now she's pretty close to you.
Yeah.
Within a short distance, she can get to you. All right, that finishes your go. Caduceus, Veth, you're up. Jester, you're on deck.
Wait, what did she just do?
Where? So where? Who's
She
she near now?
teleported 30 feet towards me because I did a directed spell.
He did a spell towards her. The flame burst, and as it did, she almost seemed to like push it to the side and then vanish and then appear 30 feet closer to Caduceus.
Oh, wow.
Slid through the tree.
So how far is she from moi?
From you, since you were riding by, holding on to Beauregard and drop behind, if you were holding onto the rope still, you could have let go and be within 50 feet of her.
Okay. Boy, oh boy. This is so confusing.
Also, Beauregard and Veth, you both take 6 points of cold damage.
Okay. Great. Not too much I can do. Is she engaged with anyone?
At the moment, no, she teleported away.
And it's pointless to shoot a crossbow at her. I mean, it's not pointless.
She's not up at Caddy right now?
No,
She's 30
just
feet away from you.
30 feet from
away.
Caddy, got it.
Yeah, and 30 feet away from...
I've got nowhere to hide. I'll do the same fucking thing again. I will cast Phantasmal Force at her.
Okay, and that is an intelligence, right?
Yes.
That is a natural 1.
Ah, thank you.
Okay. I didn't expect that to work. Ford's holding his sword, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I will, through force of my charisma, I will make her believe that Ford's sword is the orb.
Okay.
Ooh, like he stole it away from her when they were
Yes.
fighting.
Okay. So as she darts towards Caduceus and takes kind of stock of the vicinity, she glances back towards you and her face goes wide suddenly. She glances towards her belt and back towards you. Okay. That's your turn?
That's all I got.
You got it. All right, that brings us to Jester. Ford, you're on deck.
What does Phantasmal Force do?
It makes her believe something.
It's not like a charm spell where if I attack her, it's going to break that illusion.
Oh no.
Huh?
Paying attention to some shit. All right, making plan. Sorry.
She just sicked Avantika back on Ford.
Right.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And how far away am I from everybody? I guess I was holding on to Caleb, so I'm up with...
You're holding on to Caleb. You guys, you're right now, I'd say about 40 feet from Avantika, and you guys are all pretty clustered in this like little orb that was around her before she teleported out.
Okay. So I can't get to her. How's everybody doing? Gonna die?
It's cobbled down here.
I'm gonna...
That's cool.
Is this how hard it is for you to heal someone?
Yeah. I am going to.
I know, it's like each new opportunity is a chance to not fuck up, and it sucks when you do. I've been doing it all day.
I can't use my, it's my 7th level spell. Are we that low? On health?
No, not yet.
Okay, then I'm not gonna do it.
Orca power.
Okay, then I'm gonna just third level, I'm gonna try to guiding bolt her again.
Go for it. Roll for an attack.
Come on.
Because you're close, you do not have disadvantage on the attack.
Killer.
Whale.
Oh! 28!
That definitely hits.
Oh my gosh. That's 66, okay.
And the next attack against her has advantage.
Yeah!
As she is a bright, shiny beacon to be pinataed here beneath the ocean.
5, 6. What? 11, 15, 19 points.
19 points of damage, nice. So as you release this blast, it shoots through once again like a divine torpedo, blasting her in the side, and as it does, you watch as it burns up the side, almost ignoring the fact that you're underwater for a brief moment, and you see flames, their own divine nature, just pushing through the water like it's just air, and singeing up the side of her body. And as it burns there, you all have this bright, open view of Avantika, giving off this radius of bright light around her. Did that finish your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Ford, you're up.
2.
I'll take 2 swings.
Do it.
Okay,
Come
you have to move 30 feet to swim up to her, though, but you have...
Because she moved away, right?
Correct. Does your armor allow you to swim?
Mariner's breastplate.
Yeah, you still have the breastplate, so yeah, you can catch up to her 30 feet. You can totally do that.
Come on. Poetry in motion.
There's ought to be 1 in the day, right? That's 29.
Yes.
That definitely hits.
Okay. That's 13 points.
13 points of damage.
Second one.
Second strike.
This is just regular, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
No advantage.
this is regular strike.
Advantage is going.
It's 28.
28 hits again.
I'm going to pump a divine smite into this.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
That's right, because you still have paladin spell levels.
This one.
Do it.
14 plus 2d8.
3d8 because she is undead.
She is undead. Ooh. Fuck. What did I say? 14. What was the first one? 14 points?
Yeah.
8, 16, 20, 34 points of damage.
34 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh man.
Yes! Oh my god.
Shit. I'll swim up to her, and on the first strike, it turns her, and on the second one, as I bring the sword back around, you see like yellow energy shimmer from the water around Ford, and it collects and runs up through him, and the runes pulse on the Star Razor.
You
and
all
channel
watch
in.
as the runes pulse upon the Star Razor, the blade itself seems to almost extend an additional 1.5 inches. You watch as additional runes that previously were not visible on the blade begin to appear on the outer edge of the base of the blade.
What? I was just making that shit up.
Continue.
They pulse. Ford's yellow eyes flash because fuck Ukatoa, and just bisect her.
As the blade impacts and cuts through the body, you just see the swing. All the energy streaks through, and there's a moment where it's just calm and still in the darkness below. Avantika doesn't react. The blade itself now goes dark. And you watch as the center of the chest, a thin line of white light appears. Her head lolls down towards it and looks back up towards you. And as she opens her mouth, the inside of her mouth is glowing with that same light. As it bursts, completely sending the upper part of her torso and the lower half of her body scattering from each other, as in the middle of this space, it's like when you see a depth charge explode. There's a under the water before it vanishes there. leaving the two parts of her just sitting adrift, lifeless and unlifeless in the dark depths.
Go get the orb. Go get the orb.
Yeah. I swim down to her lower half, find whatever knapsack or pocket she was putting it in, search for it, and try.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh God, please have it.
Otherwise, we just have to take her whole.
Yeah.
Her body has taken quite a beating in the past few rounds. This is
24.
24. As you rush up towards the body, you kind of glance over and watch the jostling of the impact has torn free the orb. But as it begins to plummet, you catch it.
I just hold it for a second. I look over at everyone, including a shitload of whales. I look at Caleb's giant albino and cream-colored killer whale.
Orange Julius.
I'm going to hold on to this for a little bit, if you don't mind, and I will put it in the bag of holding. Are there any other reinforcements of hers that were coming?
Perception check.
We've been chasing, I'm pretty sure. That's a 2.
We should run.
You look pretty low. And by the way, Ford and Veth take 2 points of cold damage.
Did you mean Bo?
Bo.
Oh, I mean, sorry.
2?
And me too now.
2.
Oh yeah, we should get back.
Yeah, and you as well, because you're not going to orca.
Really quick, I'm going to do a mass cure wounds for everybody. Who needs it? Not the whales, I suppose, but 1,
I'll take it.
3, 4, 5. Everyone else is fine. Are any whales hurt? Okay.
No whales were hurt in this one.
So that's
Whales were hurting this fine.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That sucked 6.
What?
16 healing to everyone.
That's great.
All right.
What I just burned.
The cold is taking its toll on those who are not protected from the elements. As you are healed by Caduceus, the whales begin to gather the party that needs some assistance to swim, and you hear new sounds in the water around you. Other orcas seem to have called upon the sounds you have been making and the call to join. And as you begin to make your way up back to the surface of the water, you watch as they tear into the remains of Avantika. A very easy, scavenged meal.
And her sword and dagger have fallen, right?
They have begun to sink unless one of you wants to try and catch them before they reach the bottom of the ocean.
I wouldn't mind trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do a dash, so 60 feet
Okay.
or whatever.
All right.
yeah.
I will say this is going to be a perception check. You have dark vision?
I do.
That will help. So make a perception check.
Okay. That's 18.
18. Okay. You grab the dagger. Go ahead and roll for the other weapon.
Perception for the...
Yes.
Can I cast enhance ability? Oh, it's touch.
19.
19. You also grab the rapier.
Where
You
are
have
those
them both.
perception checks?
Yeah, those are really good perception checks. So you have both the weapons. You can put them in your bag of holding and begin to catch up with the rest of them.
I'll probably take another...
Oh, you do. Everyone takes... actually, that was way too many dice. I don't know why I did that. 3 points of cold damage to the lot of you, but you will...
Cool.
If you guys are waiting for Ford, or are you heading up to the surface?
We'll wait for Ford. I think.
I'm gonna go up.
I'm gonna wait for Ford.
Oh, wait.
I'll grab Veth and we go for the water walking
Okay.
buoyancy. Try and get up.
You both take 3 more points of cold damage before you reach the surface. The Ford returns with the weapons and takes another 5. And the rest of you begin to make your way to the icy crest of the ocean. A little ways away from the ship, but you still have 2 orcas that can pull the rest of the crew, and you're only a little over 1,000 feet away from the Midnight Hammer. So you manage to drag the rest of the party to the outskirts of the boat, where you see the crew remaining, including Captain Kem Larad, whose ears are dripping a little bit of blood from the screamer earlier, kind of glanced over the side and goes, "All right, so you made some friends. Where's the rest of you?"
They're coming.
This is the rest of. I mean, Yeah.
They're whales.
Throw the ladder over! And they throw two of the metallic chain ladders over the side that clank down and then splash into the water below. Those who wish to could drop their orc form, but eventually you all climb your way back onto the deck of the ship.
No, not yet.
Don't drop
First, Killer Whale bumps Jester a little too hard. And if you've ever seen a killer whale, like a giant aquatic creature, like do a big toothy smile.
Oh, I do that thing where they reach in and they pet the tongue.
You gotta do it. Yeah.
There it is.
There you go.
Big boy.
Okay.
Scheiße, the
Don't
water is
make-
Our
cold.
special.
Caduceus, can you start boiling some water for tea, like right now?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna take this stuff off and put on something dry and start the kettle.
Take the rod of hand warming.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Everybody huddle around the rod of hand
Just all
warming.
hold it.
That mage.
Do the
That mage was swallowed, right? Eaten whole.
Yeah, Caleb ate him as
I
a.
ate him. He'll come out later.
Oh, God.
If
think.
if the
does that
crystal
work?
that
I'm not entirely sure.
if the crystal that he had
So-
happens to make its way out, that would be useful. I think.
So if we are going specifically into the details of what happens when somebody eats something and then
Yes,
polymorphs
yes,
back,
we are, Matt.
I didn't detail at the time because we were in the middle of the rush for the narrative, but when you transformed, in the process of transforming back, you regurgitate the remains of what you had devoured.
Ew.
So there is a pulverized corpse of whatever that strange fish humanoid creature was sitting frozen on the upper deck of the ship.
Do
good.
we want to interrogate it
deck, if
later
you
or
will.
no?
I'm gonna go look for the try and investigate and find that crystal that he used to search for the cloven crystal.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I'm gonna run up to Ford and enhance his abilities to do so.
Okay, so advantage on your investigation check.
21.
21. Sifting through the thoroughly trashed remains of this creature, it is just a pile
Thank you.
of chum. But you find within one of its torn satchels a small kind of orangish crystal. It looks cloudy towards the base and then comes to more of a glassy finish at one of its jagged natural points. But that is what you recall him pulling out when he arrived.
I'll scoop some sleety snow off of the railing of the ship and kind of wash it off and hold it up and show Caleb. Be like, this is what they used. I don't know if you can divine anything from it to use it, but
Probably so, yeah. I'll borrow
yours.
it for a bit.
Got a lot of things for you to look at.
What about, you picked up some toys down below as well? Should I take a look at those?
Yeah, I'll take out the rapier and the dagger and lay them on the deck.
Interesting point. When you pulled the rapier forth, you recall when Avantika was wielding it and striking you, it had that kind of twisted tentacle-like design along the central blade, and it was a really intricate barnacle-encrusted handle to it. When you pull it from the bag, it's just a plain rapier.
This looks different than it did before.
King's blessing.
Maybe there's a way to activate it or unlock it, or maybe it's bereft of all the power.
I think the power was inside her all along.
It's very positive of you.
Probably the blessing of your former master. Would endow it with.
I'm assuming that because while it was hidden in your necklace, it wasn't necessarily off or out of this plane. They were able to locate it. The bag of holding is another plane, a pocket dimension, right?
Yeah, we should probably think of a more. That's the short-term solution, yeah. But we should think of a long-term, like perhaps visiting Yusa when we have free time. When do we have free time? And perhaps depositing it within the heirloom sphere.
There's another
Or
idea.
leaving it.
Yasha,
Yeah.
would you take a swing at this fucking orb and see what happens?
It would be my pleasure.
Do you have the power to do that right now?
She was able to smash that bowl back
Magician's
in the
judge,
day.
Yeah. Everybody back up a few steps.
Judge.
I had wanted to hold on to this because it's always better to hold the last key than to open up the possibilities of it being reformed or remade and then out of our control. But this is the second time that you all have been put in danger, and we don't seem to be on a... I don't know. It just seems like a better equation if it's out of it.
Sure.
I'm going to bless you before
if
we,
it's possible,
we do this.
what it means.
Okay, that's an extra D4.
Yep.
Okay. Which one do I do?
So, are you striking the cloven crystal
Yeah,
with...
with Magician's Judge.
All right.
Stone.
Do you set it in the center of the deck here on the top of the ship, or do you do it below decks? What do you do?
We should do it below deck probably so it doesn't bounce away and fall into the water.
Actually, are there any of those floating glaciers outside of the ship?
The ship has been slowly moving. You glance over. It's a little sporadic, but there are a handful of floating ice
Get away if
sheets.
it's on the ocean.
I just don't want it to explode and ruin the ship.
I think maybe we wait.
I have to remind us of one very important detail, too.
I walk around and I start picking up all the fireworks.
That's it. The deck is covered in 2 shopping carts
Before
worth
this,
of...
I don't know what it will do.
Before
I was waiting for one errant fireball.
Oh, I was aware the whole time. I was aware the entire
All I can think of is Horcruxes, and those things never go quietly.
you just see Bo passing in the background,
think maybe
just like
this
with
is-
a
Picking up.
tender's amount of.
And
All right.
If things had really gone south, I was just going to use a fire cantrip and be like,
Yeah,
You know, I remembered why I think we used a spell magic with Magician's Judge with that bowl.
You did.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's try it again.
Yeah. Let's try it again.
Wait, hold on one moment.
Yeah.
Everybody except for Yasha gather around me, and I'm going to pull out a small glass bead and roll it in my hand 3 or 4, 5 times, and then pull my hands apart, and the bead floats between my hands, and then shatters, and a seemingly glass shimmering sphere forms that goes in 10 feet in every direction around me.
And this is
Globe of Invulnerability.
a little bit of vulnerability. Okay.
Yeah. So just I don't know if this is anything, but come closer, please,
I
as
just
you were, Yasha.
stick my foot out and scoop another firework into it. There we go.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
Explorers.
Here we go. Big one.
plus D4.
Yeah. Okay. That would be 23.
23. Okay. As you all watch, Yasha takes a breath, holds the blade in front of her. And with expected but still incredible speed and might, she arcs down with a giant scream, and as it hits, there is a flash and spark. And there the blade sits atop an untouched orb that has been pushed about a half an inch into the wood.
Wow.
And as she pulls the blade back, it appears to be unscathed.
Whoa.
Some things just can't be undone.
Yeah.
We have to find a way to destroy it, though. There's got to be a way.
Or lock it away, as Caleb suggested. I mean, we can always try and hit it harder, but you hit it pretty fucking hard.
I think the ball is the right plan.
We also have Vestarogna to seal it away or hide it or something.
Trust her with something this.
Not handing this to
Right.
Keep it in the bag for now.
I'll put it back in the bag of holding. Thank you, Yasha.
Keep it in the bag for now.
Give it a good try.
Put it in the ball when it's time. Throw it into the astral sea.
I'm sorry this is the second time this has happened. I need to close the chapter on a few things before it endangers us a third time. Not sure how or when, but I'll try.
I have a feeling an opportunity will present itself.
Yeah, now we know for now. Put it in that bag. That should do for now. Short term.
In the beginning, when she came over the deck, she wasn't even focused on the cloven crystal. She was trying to pull me. I would love to think that was just the personal side of her trying to get vengeance or payback. I just can't put myself in a bag of holding.
Do you think Ukatoa will come after you?
It certainly feels that way. We'll think about it another time. We have things we need to do, and perhaps that we can make Vestaragna aware of, just that there are outside parties looking, and we'll try to be more careful.
Odds are good that Ukatoa won't come like today, probably. So we probably.
He's still sealed away.
He
He has
is.
to have people doing things for him, and you killed his, top henchman.
We've done it once before. He didn't. There was not a second attempt the first time, so I would assume we have some time.
In the meantime, if you want, you can have this. Caleb holds up the medallion that he wore for so long.
Oh,
Oh, is that
Wings
the
it
no
back and forth.
no scrying?
Yeah.
Correct.
No. You,
I haven't been wearing it for weeks.
why?
We're traveling with Vestaragna.
the
It's
assembly
time to
knows
put
where
it
he
away.
is.
It's been extraneous for a very long time. If they wanted to kill me, they could have looked for one of you. The moment that I decided to hitch my wagon to the Mighty Nine, this became obsolete. But not so for your scaly friend, perhaps?
He's right.
It's a good idea.
Think about it, and I throw it.
I catch it. I'll take it.
He misses. It falls over the deck.
Oh, shit. Oh,
I turn into a squid.
I know how much this meant to you. It's basically a part of you. It feels strange to have changed places with you in some small way.
I resented it as well. So, careful.
I'll put it on. Okay. Do I need to attune to it?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yep, water on. The water on. Hold on. I'm gonna run go get
The
kettle.
tea. The tea.
Okay, as you head down to begin to prepare tea, you can see sitting at a table beneath the decks, currently enjoying a cup of tea already prepared for herself as Lady Vestaragna.
I had special stuff, but I'm glad you got into that already.
Oh, my apologies. Am I to hear that you've already had quite an adventure?
That is a long conversation, but yeah, it seems to have turned out all right.
That is why I hired you. Very good.
We come with some baggage on occasion, and
Don't we all?
we handled it.
Don't we all? And she gets up and takes the tea cup for herself and gives a nod and walks back to her chambers.
You see what we're drinking later and you want some, just let oh, you're fine. Okay. I'm going to run up and give everyone hot water cups.
Hey.
I was going to save this for later. I have more, but I figured we're celebrating. This was a good day, technically. I pull out these little dark brown, muddied looking stones that are speckled with color. And I pop one in everybody's hot water cup. And they begin to dissolve, and tiny little marshmallows pop out. It's hot chocolate. But when we went to get some, I just had to buy it. I bought
Hot chocolate bombs?
I've got a bunch of them. I spent a gold on this stuff. I got some tea too, but I was like,
Oh my god.
This is the most amazing thing you've ever done.
only when we do really good stuff, okay? This is
It changes, it keeps going, and then all the
got a little
marshmallows
fizz to
came.
it. Yeah, there's a bunch of different flavors. I got a variety pack.
Let's play the manga every day.
Well, let's not. But yeah.
Because I have too many instances, it's a celebration. I go to the bow of the ship and pop up a few. Oh, jeez. And I light them. Just have a little cruise ship and hot chocolate.
As you guys look over, and because it is still while the storm itself has somewhat lessened, it's less majestic fireworks, more like muffled bursts and flashes of color in the above clouds and fog, but it's still very beautiful.
Very French.
Might as well keep up and
While you're shooting them off, too, Caleb's got his hot chocolate just like on one finger, and he's just reliving his C-Rex moment, going like,
All right. Enjoying your day of celebration, you continue for the rest of the day's travel without issue. Let's see how we can do for the rest of this journey. Are you still rolling a d10?
I'm not rolling those anymore.
"Come on, Captain."
Come on, Cap.
Yeah, you are. We're on the open sea.
come on, Captain.
Can't roll a 1 again, right?
If you roll the 1 again, does that mean we have to fight Antika?
You'll find out what happens if you roll the same number.
Now one is Deshilla.
We were talking about
no.
running-
It's just the Ocean Rogues Gallery just coming back.
Listen, motherfucker. If you want to be the only D10 in this tray, don't fuck me. 7.
Hey, that's good.
7.
Lucky 7.
The next day is a fair day's travel. Without issue, you progress onward, unattacked by terrifying entities from beneath
Okay.
the waves.
Yes.
With only 5 days left of your journey, go ahead and roll for the next day.
5 days left.
3.
3. Clear weather and an exuberant crew make for rapid time. -1 day to your journey, so you actually make 2 days of travel
Make up some time.
on that journey. Make up a little bit of time.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll attune to the amulet and I'll take off the Ring of Fire Resistance.
That you just bought? Oh.
Yeah, priority.
Proud of you.
Well, we'll switch them up when we get to land.
Does your mariner's armor require attunement?
It does not. I have
Okay.
a Cloak of Protection, the Ring of Fire Resistance, and the Star Razor.
Fair enough. Yeah, that doesn't. Okay. So 3 more days of travel.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to accomplish anything before,
I'm going to try to sweet talk some of the crew into giving me... Are there cannons on this ship? Or is it just the
it's
ballista?
just a ballista. There are no cannons.
Forget it.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna spend one of those days on the Scry on Molly again.
Okay.
Oh, I'm finishing out I can't remember if I did or not, all my spell scroll homework. So
Okay.
I've absorbed 2 spells in this.
Oh, and I
You have enough time to do that without issue. Yeah.
Oh my god.
As you attempt to.
I just remembered Sprinkle was in my hood.
I feel like Sprinkle was back in the boat the whole time. I don't think.
He said he was on the boat.
I think so.
Maybe at the last second you just hucked him back on deck.
Water is 2 degrees Celsius.
To be fair, underwater breathing can be on up to 10 people, so...
I mean, otter pops are really good.
Oh my god.
Let it be now.
We'll say for the purposes of the narrative. Sprinkle, not being a fan of the cold ocean, leapt from your shoulders before you leapt overboard.
I like it.
Okay.
Never return.
So, in concentrating and sitting below decks, setting up your ritual to reach out to the whereabouts of Mollymock and focusing the traveler comes, or tagging, kind of
Sprinkler's
taking your hands.
Sitting in the corner going, fuck you. The whole time I'm...
You're just like, You focus for a moment and the path is cloudy. And after a few seconds further pushing, there is resistance, and the traveler whispers in your ear, "Terribly sorry, dear. It seems that he's a bit slippery today."
Oh no. Do you think he's onto us?
I couldn't tell you that. But do know that divination does not always succeed.
Okay.
Magic is imperfect at distances, but perhaps another day.
All right.
Okay, so roll for the next day, Captain, or somebody else if they'd like to.
Anybody?
Always,
do it.
Captain, do it,
Do it.
Captain.
Always.
Tusk too.
Looker. 6.
We've done that
6.
one before.
As you guys continue on in this day, one of the individuals off the side of the ship begins to call, Captain! Captain, there's something in the water! And they all look over. All right, man the ballista. Something's following.
Ah, shit.
Something's following.
Yeah.
I'll run up to the stern of the ship.
You glance over and you can see they're pointing off to the side. Maybe about 60 or so feet in the water, there is something large, about 10 feet below the surface, that is just swimming alongside. It's causing a slight bow in the water surface, and there is a bit of a trail behind it left in its wake.
Couldn't be. Caduceus!
Yeah.
Come take a look, please.
Well, that's weird.
What do you think that is?
Some sort of weird rise in the water.
Yes, no, I gathered as much. What do you think is causing it?
You want to roll a perception check?
Sure. Give myself advantage because, I can. I'm taking my time.
Taking my time.
That's terrible. 18.
18?
18's terrible for me.
It's not hiding itself. You can't make out all the details of it, but you can see what looks to be like a dull gray mass that is swimming in pace with the ship. You can kind of make out some of the shape. Make a nature check for me.
Ooh, this will go poorly.
Oh, great.
14.
14. You have no idea what the hell this thing is.
It's a big... It's not... It's just pacing us. It doesn't seem to be...
At the moment, yeah.
All right, just keep an eye on it, I guess, and...
You can see they're like shifting the ballista over to that side of the ship, and they're starting to get it mounted up and ready to fire in its
Captain,
direction.
if I could ask, is your intention to fire while being unprovoked, or only if it attacks?
Rightly so. We're going to go ahead and make sure it does not make any aggressive actions without retaliation. We're just keeping an eye.
Fair enough.
How big of a is it?
From what you can tell, it's probably about 15 to 20 feet from side to side, and close to 50 to 60 feet front to back.
Oh my
Boy.
God! What is that?
Can I call out to it?
Whale.
Sure. What do you say?
Oi! Why are you following us?
I can do it. It'll actually... Hey, do you need anything? Are you all right? It can understand me, so I figure...
As you shout, make a persuasion check.
13.
13, okay. It begins to breach the surface, and as you see, the upper part of its body, the dull gray coloration is actually a thick scaled hide over what looks like some sort of a humped shoulder bit. You can see these heavy flippers that kind of push through. In fact, there are multiple sets. Looks like 3 sets, 6 total large flippers that kind of start large at the back and slowly descend in size to the base. This almost plesiosaur type neck and head begins to emerge from the top. You have not seen a creature like this before. You can roll a nature check if you'd like.
Okay. Ooh. A 19. I've seen something like this in my storybooks.
This is a cetus.
It's a cetus.
They are an extremely rare sea creature that it's rare to the point where it's largely used as a myth to scare sailors, to warn people of territorial beasts that live in the furthest off parts of the ocean. They are territorial, and this one appears to have some sort of an albino coloration to it, as its eyes are a bright pink red. And as its head kind of emerges and looks up in your direction, you can see it kind of glances up at you with a hint of intelligence, though you're uncertain of its intent.
Do we have anybody who can talk? We're going to see if you need anything. We're going to try and figure out if we can understand you. Give us a second. Is any?
Do I remember in my storybooks what it likes to eat or anything?
You're not terribly certain. You're able to. Unfortunately, with that roll, you're not able to pick up the specific details of a creature like this's lifestyle. You just know what it is.
Okay.
It's rare enough to the point where you'd have to roll higher to learn that information.
Caleb is going to pull out his raven's feather and cast fly and fly out maybe 40 or 50 feet above the water.
Okay. The head kind of traces you as you get close, and you hear this dull, rumbling gurgle that sounds like a growl.
I'm going to attempt to polymorph myself into it.
Okay. Okay. Above it?
No. Space, so that I could, like, swan dive maybe like 50 feet away from it. I'm not trying to body
So you
slam.
polymorph into it. Much like the whales in Hitchhiker's Guide, you just plummet from the air for a second before sploosh. Not quite as horrible of an impact as in Hitchhiker's, but you hit the water and watch as the creature kind of abows pace suddenly and kind of turns the head.
So we can talk. Hold on.
I start to visually flirt.
Okay. Its first action is defensive.
Territory.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm going to try to just roll over in the water.
Correct. The charisma bonus on this is a +1.
You show your belly?
Yeah, like sprig.
Pod?
I don't know what the bonus would be, but I rolled a 10.
Okay, a 10. A 10 will not incite aggressive action. Okay. It is no longer chasing the boat, but it is kind of looking towards you and keeping a distance, and is now in the process of kind of gauging what you are here to do. Roll a d20 and add 2 for your perception check with it.
20, dirty 20.
With that, you notice below the water, near it, 2 smaller horns. Similar coloration, but no more than maybe 10 feet across. 25 foot in length. You get the sense that this is a mother.
So I'm not going to get any closer. I'm going to stay the same distance away, but I'm going to try to swim playfully around the family.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, the indication is that I'm being silly as a creature with them.
All right. The mother appears untrusting, but is not taking it as an aggressive action. Interesting point between your physicality and the physicality of this creature. It appears more sallow.
Sallow?
Than you.
Oh, okay.
Sallow. Thin.
Yeah.
Gaunt.
Oh, it's hungry.
And based on the proximity to the ship and the arrangement of this pod, you gather their interest with the large moving barge of a ship that you are currently riding on is because they're looking for food.
Okay.
Can I kick off any bit of the mage body into the water? Did we already do that?
That's been food? They didn't leave that on there for 3 days. That is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
3 days.
Like that'll come in handy later. That's already been thrown into the water. And for that purpose, the only person that knows of this creature's current intent would be Caleb. So you would have to convey that to the party. You guys right now are just kind of watching as the ship is making more distance between you and the creature, and Caleb just kind of hoping that this doesn't go poorly.
So if I'm in this thing's form, am I able to communicate then?
You can certainly try.
So I'm going to try to say, hungry, 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 hungry.
It responds to a series of clicking and deep gurgling, kind of rattling sounds from within its throat. And you interpret it to mean, yes, but why do you help?
I will roll a couple flips in the water and smile as this creature's version of smiling. And try to say wait through gurgle.
Its head cocks to one side. The children now emerge for air. They're gonna up. And the mother takes one of the heavy flippers at the front and kind of pushes them to the back to kind of keep them protected. And just kind of head cocks to the side against one more. She's waiting.
So I'll crest to the surface and my head comes up and I swivel around and look for the big pink cow guy that I kind of remember and know.
Okay.
And I'll gurgle at Caduceus and try to communicate.
I can't understand.
Hungry.
I don't know what you can understand me, but I. Can you mime it or? Oh, food. What do you eat?
Back to the family.
Are they hungry?
I think.
I suppose I could summon a greater demon for them to chew on.
I'd have to kill it first, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean the Bulgura doesn't really swim. I mean, yeah, they'd have to kill it first, yes. I'd just drop it in the water.
You do recall from previous experiences in which demons you've killed and or summoned and died, their bodies quickly turn to an ashy sludge and or burn away.
Yeah, but we could swim away in that time.
We did buy a bunch of fancy rations for ourselves. We've probably eaten half
We
of them,
can do.
but we could just
we can
dump the
create
rest.
food and water for ourselves and give them the tasty stuff we bought.
We bought mostly fish, I think.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm gonna grab some of my fish.
Would you know what you want to eat anyway?
Yeah, let's toss some fish. Oh, why don't you just
Some
paint?
pastry.
Oh, I was just gonna say paint,
I don't know
paint
if
a giant
they'll survive
fish.
the water.
Huh?
I think if they get wet, they're no longer pastries.
Also,
Well, I'm gonna try to throw it so they'll catch it.
they're not gonna.
Like ducks out of the lake.
Ducks actually shouldn't eat bread. That's bad for. Oh,
The Caleb Cetus is like 1950s
No, that's really bad for
synchronized
them. Oh, boy.
swimmer, like just swimming back and forth and between the ship and this family, just to keep things light and friendly.
okay. Not good for ducks.
There's nothing that calms a nervous
Really?
mother like an erratic man.
Not right on top of it. I'm like 70 or 80 feet away from it.
I want to play with your kids.
So as you throw some of these pastries into the water and they impact the icy surface, you watch as the two children slowly begin to pull away from the mother who allows them to, and they kind of snap them up from underneath.
And then some fish. Some of my fish that I bought.
Okay.
Try a couple fish first. They don't know if they eat them. Okay.
They go right for the fish.
Hey!
And the mother seems to react to the introduction of fish to this arrangement and begins to shift over in the direction. The boat has slowed down at this point as the captain's kind of seeing what you're doing.
They like fish.
Let's dump all of our food.
It will take pretty much all of your rations to try and feed this family because they're big creatures, but you will be out of food for the rest of this journey.
Okay, we'll lure them in and then we'll eat them. That'll be great.
I have my boba within my form right now.
Can we summon any fishies or anything?
I don't have create food today.
No, we'd have to eat today, but I could have it tomorrow. It does burn one of us will burn a spell slot. That's okay.
Is there anything else they want? I really like them.
I think most of our food is.
The crew's not going to give up their food.
I'm gonna hold out a fish, and I wanted to take it from my hand so I can pet it.
Okay, it is. Actually, the children would be too small, but make a persuasion check for the mother. Actually, no, make this animal handling. That's what this would be.
Yeah.
Even better.
You remember the dinosaur movie Baby from the 80s?
Ooh. 21.
As the children are now below making these strange, sounds, the mother kind of swims up alongside the slow ship. The head rises up and comes face, eye line with you, and the head is about 7 to 10 feet from edge to edge. The eyes are bulbous at the top just based on the proximity and the perspective that you have as a much smaller creature. And as it comes up, suddenly these two slits in the front of the nose kind of sniff towards the fish, and as it does, you feel your hair kind of towards it. You hold the fish out, the mouth kind of opens, and you can see rows and rows and rows of jagged, sharp teeth.
Why aren't you getting enough food right now?
Kind of lets you pet the nose a bit. Do you give the fish?
Yeah.
You throw the fish, and it touches the tongue, and as soon as it does, the jaw slams shut in a way that causes the air to blow your hair the other direction for a second, and you're like, okay, glad you didn't pet that creature's tongue.
Yeah.
It accepts it. It seems disappointed with the volume of what it was fed, but it accepted it. So,
Oh, man.
what do you do?
Oh, it's what we got. Hope you're
Bye.
gonna do okay. We appreciate you letting us pass through here.
So you're gonna keep your food and keep going?
No, we should dump. I want to
give
dump
up a
all
lot
of our rations.
food. We'll do create food and water for ourselves.
Okay.
So giving up all the purchased rations.
Right. To feed these, it will take all of your rations. So you'll be left with only the ability to feed yourselves. You will not eat for the remainder of the day, and you will have to subsist on spells for the next length of the journey. And you're okay with that?
I got boba.
We'll kill
You got Boba.
you need.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
The
okay.
crew kind of stands at first aghast, though a few of them seem to be like, this is adorable, but stupid non-sailors. Watch you shovel all of your fine purchased food from Palebank Village into the mouth of this mother and into the ocean around for the children to eat until you are out of your reserves. But seemingly sated and appreciative, the creatures eventually peel off and then move to the front of the ship. And the captain, after a while, is like, they want us to follow them.
I think so.
I suppose, I guess so. So, in following the creatures, it leads them through some of the tougher ice fields here and cuts a day off the journey.
Nice.
That's how it's done.
Which brings it to one more day. Roll for the final roll.
One more day.
As you wake up the following morning, they have left, but you've made some time back on the trip.
Yes.
They'll come back. They like us a lot.
Do you want create food and water, or should I take create food and water?
8.
8.
You should. The answer is
You hit the ice channel that they were trying to help you avoid. It does slow you for one further day, but only one more day. So make one more roll.
Day.
Another roll, another.
Don't be a dickhead.
Come on.
1.
What is it?
Is it a 1?
It's a 10.
Oh,
A 10?
that's good.
The extremes are not good.
A strong, chilled wind and ocean flow pushes in your favor. You actually, your 2 days of the journey are taken away from it, but so with smooth sailing, you actually in half a day's travel,
For day.
watch as the ice fog begins to pull away, and one of the members of the crew at the front goes, "Captain! Land ho!" The bell goes off, ding, ding, and as you all begin to gather at the front of the ship, you can see the icy coastline in the dark, clouded midday fog as it peels away, your vision being able to see not just the edge of the water in front of you that has kind of dragged you along this journey for the better part of 2 weeks, but you can see dozens of orange glowing dots that signify the torchlight in the windows of the ramshackle fort that greets you, known as Balin Post. 10-foot walls of frozen logs form around the perimeter, while a small gate marking the seaside entrance sits there, where a small set of docks await the arrival of your massive ship. Nearing the end of the waters, you feel the entire boat lurch as it makes an impact with the ice wall cliff and begins to nestle itself against the dock side. The crew begins to gather their supplies as anchors are dropped. And as you look over the edge, you can see the somewhat threadbare crew that mans this side begins to swell. As you glance up, and Vestarogna stands there on the deck, and she's doing this with her fingers. And as you glance directly above her, you can see a conjured illusion of the green tri-diamonds that marks the symbol of the Cerberus Assembly. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end today's episode.
Right.
We'll pick up next week with the arrival at Balin Post and your true arrival at Islecross.
What?
We made it, no problem.
Wow.
No problem.
We got cool toys too. We haven't even done object identifying anything fancy.
Yeah, I've got
That's
that
true.
candy corn on a string.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Hey, Travis.
All right.
Wait, I would have done that. I absolutely would have done that. What's the candy corn?
The candy corn meaning
The crystal, the orange crystal.
The crystal and the dagger.
Oh, that the mage had?
Right, so
100% would have done that.
So the orange crystal is a rough divining stone. It is affixed to a specific object, but it has to be of the essence of the creator. Meaning you can't use it to find anything. It's generally used to discover things that once belonged to the owner. It's not a specific spell that is like crafted. This is older and more primal, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
And the enchantment is oddly vague, but it makes sense given the more primal and ancient force that perhaps gifted this to the entity that clutched it where you met on the deck of the ship.
And do I deduce that it was attuned to, or was
attuned
an effort to find the cloven crystal?
Correct, and was attuned to the crystal.
Yeah. Cool.
So it helps you, what you do, I will say, because of your intelligence, you do discern. You know what? Actually, roll an investigation check for me.
Investigation, you say?
Yes.
27.
You deduce based on the arrival, the crystal, and how easily you've traveled on land and parts of land without this sort of influence. This is attuned specifically to the cloven crystal and only seems to have an effect when its proximity is near large bodies of water. And you deduce that seemingly their focus is more on the crystal and the ability to follow the crystal than to follow forward.
Cool.
And did you wanted to look up what the dagger was as well?
Well, yeah, I would have looked at those, even though you said that the runes or the filigree or whatever had disappeared. I would
Correct.
still go through the effort.
The rapier is just the rapier. The whatever enchantment there was not within the actual object, but instead was a boon granted from an outside force that transformed the rapier while in the hands of its wielder. Not unlike the falchion that was once wielded by Ford. The dagger, however, retains its enchantment and is a nasty, wicked-looking thing. You identify that?
Yeah.
That is referred to as the dagger. Here. There you go. Where did I put the sheet? Here. There it is. Wait, no, it's not it. Damn it. Sorry. Just a moment.
I mean,
Banish on it and
I have another question.
if I recall,
here.
Whisper was found on a ship anyway.
I can't find the object itself right now, but I can look it up right now in D&D Beyond on my homebrew collection. So give me just
I believe
a second.
Whisper was found on a sunken ship, or someone sank a ship getting it.
It's called the Core Cut Dagger.
core cut.
And it is within your D&D Beyond if you want to look up the specifics of it. But it is a dark metal blade that is wicked and hooked curve that is cold to the touch. Has a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. And when you hit with an attack made with the weapon while attuned, you can expend a hit die to deal an additional 3d6 necrotic damage.
How do you spell core cut?
C-O-R-E.
C-O-R?
Core cut, yeah.
Oh, found it.
That's cool.
3d6 is no joke.
But you have to spend a hit dice to do that ability each time.
Oh, interesting. Oh, wow.
Mean.
So, those items are at your disposal. And we'll pick up as you arrive here at Balin Post
Exciting.
next week. Thank you all so much for joining us. Have a wonderful week. We love you very much, and is it Thursday yet?
Yeah.